tous, ici Nathan Gweli pour le match des des Warriors face aux Mavericks. Un match qui ne devrait poser aucun problème car les Mavericks ont beaucoup de défaites tandis que nous ne faisons victoire victoire sur victoire pour le moment. On a donc un bilan de 43 victoires et 2 défaites. Alors voilà, c'est parti.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Dallas Mavericks. For Dallas, they need some wins to start adding up here in a hurry. More or less half the season behind us, and they are still struggling to prove they can contend. And All-Star Weekend approaching, always a big stage, but how desirable is it today for players to be in a big market? Kenny, do you think that aspect is as important as it used to be?
No. When Miami Heat won the NBA championship, small market team, they're about 29th market. You know, San Antonio Spurs win the NBA champion, small market team, below 30 in terms of U.S. cities. So, no, you just have to have – guys want to be on good teams, great teams. That's more memorable than being in a place that has late-night dining.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Kenny, but the big...
C'est parti. Alors vous pouvez aller liker donc la page Facebook NBA 2K TV et s'abonner à ma chaîne YouTube NBA 2K TV aussi. Voilà, on regarde la présentation. Le 5 de base, Kerry Thompson, Barnett, Bogut et Green.
Well, it was the Golden State Warriors winning their last game against the Spurs. And what really made that outcome a surprise was how lopsided it was.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor.
Voilà, déjà 2 points pour Thompson. Thompson qui était tout près de la ligne des 3 points. Williams.
And guys, I would have to say one of the most underrated defensive players in the NBA, Draymond Green, might not be the case anymore after coming in second in the Defensive Player of the Year voting last year.
Yep, he might not look the part. You know, undersized, but you talk to the scouts and the stat geeks, they'll tell you he's one of the best in the game defensively.
Now here's Curry, following the miss by Chandler Parsons. And Green gets
et voilà, Green pour 3 après un essai. Curry n'a pas encore shoté, hein. C'est assez étonnant.
Is why they ended up on the short end of the stick.
Yeah, they did take a bunch of them. Sometimes you can make up for poor three-point shooting with a strong inside game, but their inside game just wasn't strong enough.
Voilà, Curry pour 3 points. 8-2 déjà au début de match.
And here we go with Curry running it up the court and stolen by Williams. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly.
Un mec connard celui-là. Donc les Mavericks n'ont vraiment pas un bon pourcentage au shot. Barnes pour un dunk. Encore de ces merveilleux dunks. Ils sont parfaits. Voilà, balle pour les Warriors. Suite et le part de balle des Mavericks.
And you know, guys, right now they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Here's Curry with the three from beyond the arc.
Curry de très très loin pour 3.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
And stolen by Barnes. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. Throws down.
Thompson pour un dunk. Or 15-2 déjà pour les Golden State. Très mauvais jeu de Dallas.
But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
Now here's Matthews. 14 points from him the last game against the Lakers. And the shot is good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hand. I mean,
Thompson, faut jouer, yes. Encore. Voilà, 18-4.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Williams against Curry. Outside Matthews. Picked by Williams. And Matthews kicks to Nowitzki. Some nice passing here by Dallas. That's good. Parsons got his second basket of the night.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And Curry, here we go. Down it goes for his third basket.
Yes, Curry for two.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control.
88,9.
I look for this lead to get even larger.
Voilà, time-out Dallas. Nous allons procéder à un petit changement pendant ce time-out. Curry, évidemment Curry sans lui, on serait très très loin. Enfin, on serait pas très loin dans notre score.
Over a decade. They made the Rondo trade last year trying for a big finals run, but eventually they'll start to have to build for the future.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And when you look at the Mavs, they have always built through free agency, still tinkered with the roster this season to get into a position to compete. Not having any lottery picks for so long has hampered their youth and development.
And the Warriors with a completely new five on the floor. Then for the Mavericks, Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Pachulia. Barnes comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And it's Felton in for Darren Williams.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his
Voilà,
team.
deux lancers pour Barbosa qui a failli mettre à L1. Les Warriors qui sont premiers au lancer franc avec une note de 92.
Production at the line has been spectacular. I mean, it's been unbelievable. Well done by these guys of late.
Free throw drops for Barbosa.
Well, you know
Le
what,
premier
the Mavs making
pour
the playoffs
Barbosa.
so consistently, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Cuts both ways. They rarely have draft picks that help take the team
Et le
to the
deuxième,
next level,
lui aussi,
but they
qui est
are in
dedans.
the playoffs, which is what every team wants to be part of.
Anderson, he's checked in for Matthews. Mavericks trail by 16. Felton kicks to Barnes. Pass to Anderson. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That is his first foul of the game.
You know, one thing we saw a lot of last season during the playoffs was the hack-a-shack plan, pretty much purposely fouling a poor free throw shooter. A lot of differing opinions on it, as it wasn't fun to watch for the viewers, but many feel it's a legitimate part of the game if it works.
And here comes Livingston, leading the fast break, and that one's good.
Voilà, 2 points Livingston suite à une perte de balle encore des Mavericks.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Warriors?
Déjà presque 20 points suite à ce premier carton. Faute de Spage qui après va se plaindre qu'il n'a pas de temps de jeu. Troisième faute d'équipe.
By Villanueva. Parsons attacking.
And Chandler Parsons, boy, he can really give you a whole lot of everything. Length, quickness, skills, can shoot, pass, rebound, defend, the total package.
Voilà, contre...
This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw missing.
Contre autoritaire, voilà, je trouve le moment. Alors le premier qui a raté.
He's off on the second. Warriors leading by 18.
Et le deuxième également qui était raté. Voilà, 2 points. Barbosa, 20 points de différence déjà. Sur une presque fin du premier carton. Les Mavericks qui n'ont pas encore dépassé la barre des 10 points. Barbosa on 3, yes sir.
To see him improve is his physical strength. I mean, to take his game to the next level, he's got to be able to play through contact a little bit better. If he can do that, we're talking about a guy who could be a perennial all-star.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free
Faute
throws.
Spade, c'est déjà sa deuxième.
And watching Matt Barnes, he will do all the dirty work for you. He's
Premier
an instigator,
qui est dedans.
he's an agitator, and he's a team player, I think, at the court.
Le deuxième
he's gone,
également.
You know, and he's played for a lot of teams, Greg. He's had that role.
It's a great point. I call him a glue guy. You know, he's not someone who's going to be a volume scorer or a smooth playmaker, but the game really is built on grit, diving for loose balls, taking charges, making hard fouls, you know, whatever it takes to help his team win. I like that line, antagonist. That's a very good way to describe him.
Now here's Barnes. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And here's Felton from the arc. Dallas again missing. Warriors leading by 21. Spates kicks to Barbosa. Down it goes, his third basket.
Barbosa for 2. Voilà, 8-31 à 18 secondes de la fin. Ils vont sûrement attendre que le temps passe, car cette victoire est déjà assez écrasante. Livington pour claquer un dunk. Yes sir.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc. And boy, are they taking
Le 3 points
ici
en fin de jeu.
Warriors ahead, running away with it. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time scoring rankings. He talked about the remarkable journey of his long and illustrious career. Dirk has proven himself through the test of time.
Voilà.
As tough as it may have been back in his
C'est
rookie
parti.
year, he overcame those obstacles to become this elite NBA player, Clark, destined for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you know, people
Les 5 Basquis sont rentrés pour encore mettre pour renforcer le score parce que 11-33. Magnifique. On a vu un Curry possessif et autoritaire. Hein.
It's always a positive when you can get some impact off your bench.
Always nice to have
God stepper for Curry.
They've had firepower and then some so far.
A close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Really?
On the court for the Mavericks. Pachulia is out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Matthews. Then there's Anderson. And it's Williams at the 5.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting
Win for 2.
a little better now and regaining some ground.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Pass, I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
That was a nice finish to an excellent possession.
Curry dishes to Thompson.
Another 3 for Thompson qui a déjà 10 points. Timeout Mavericks.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team. He urged them to do everything possible to create open looks for each other. Talked about setting picks, running more set plays, anything to shake free of that defense.
Encore Curry for 3.
Also that their offense needs to be a patient
Il a un
one.
5
They
sur
told
5
them,
dans ses
"Don't
shots à 3
rush
points.
things. Use as much of that shot clock as
Il
you
est,
need
il
to."
est inarrêtable,
Being in the
Curry.
position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Kevin?
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. That shot wide open. And that's now 6 points for Dirk Nowitzki. Warriors leading by 23. Dirk Nowitzki, what can you say? Future Hall of Famer, too many accolades.
Voilà, c'est raté par Thompson, mais qui retombe dans la main de Bogut. Curry à 3 points, yes.
History has proven time and time again, you really need a future Hall of Famer on your team to win a championship. Just look at all the teams that have won the title through the years.
Williams kicks to Nowitzki. Another three for Dallas.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Inside, out to Thompson. Green with the ball. 17 points in his last outing. Here's Bogut. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
You know, back to Nowitzki being that Hall of Famer, you need to win a championship. Guys like LeBron, Duncan, Kobe, Jordan, Magic, Bird, Isaiah, all Hall of Fame guys who led their teams to the championship. They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior.
Thompson for 3 more.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from them. And talking about Nowitzki as one of the greatest players ever, he's also one of the most unique players ever. His ability to score back to the basket from up to 18 feet really, to me, is unbelievable. Without that unique skill, the Dallas Mavericks have no rings.
No good from Bogut.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And it's blocked by Curry. And now Bogut running the floor all by himself. And stolen by Barnes. And here we go. And
Oh, yes, sir. Clay Thompson, un dunk.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer.
Violent.
Come on now.
Matthews. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Matthews has got his second bucket of the night.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And it's going to be a 3-second call. While there's a chance, let's show you the teams that have thrived on a fast break this season.
Voilà, pas en contre-attaque, on est encore premier avec
You
18,3.
really got to admire their conditioning. I mean, it takes a major commitment to play that fast-breaking style, and they are all in.
And Curry, here we go.
And one for Curry. Très compliqué. Curry, 22 points déjà. Il n'a encore raté aucun shot. On regarde ça au ralenti.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Pachulia. Parsons comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Barnes, he's checked in for Anderson. And it's Felton in for Darren Williams.
And, guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA, none brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
And Thompson kicks to Barnes. This one for 3. And the Warriors get it back. From downtown. And that one's good. Barnes has got 5 now.
This defense is giving their shooters free reign to operate from beyond the arc.
And when you allow shooters to get in a rhythm, then you're going to have problems because they can hit it even when you start to defend it with intensity.
There's 47 seconds left to play here in the half. And the shot is good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. The Mavericks shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field. Felton kicks to Villanueva. Here's Parsons, and he goes in for the dunk.
Took the safe route there. Wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble on that one.
Nope. Up and in with one hand, the most basic finish possible.
But he still makes it look good.
And that one's good. 26 points for Steph Curry.
I mean, He was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
Felton against Curry. Parsons on the wing. Down low. Here's Barnes. Tries yet again. No good at the rim.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very
Voilà, c'est la mi-temps.
And through the first half,
On se retrouve tout de suite après la mi-temps pour la suite. Dans plus ou moins 10 minutes.
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, what's been the key to what's working well out there for you guys right now?
Alors voilà, on écoute Stephen Curry today.
Steph, thank you so much. Plenty of ingredients to a solid effort, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris, and folks, don't go away after the break.
Stephen Curry et les Warriors qui mènent de beaucoup déjà contre cette équipe.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille. What a start it was for Stephen
36 à 66, 72% au shot, 78 au total, 11 rebonds et 17 passes décisives déjà pour les Warriors. Ce n'est que le début, mesdames et messieurs. Alors voilà, c'est parti pour la deuxième partie. Pour la deuxième partie de ce match.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Curry in at the point guard position. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. And he gets it to go.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Parsons passes to Williams, and the layup is good.
Les Warriors là qui font très mauvais jeu et qui laissent les Mavericks remonter. On va ranger ça tout de suite with Curry on 3. Yes sir.
From point blank range. Can't happen. He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Nowitzki left side, kicks it out to Parsons. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
It's Curry with the drive. And there's the whistle. Foul.
2 lancers pour Mr. Curry qui n'en a pas encore raté un depuis ce début de saison. Pas avec moi en tout cas. Et voilà, 2 sur 2 pour Curry. Timeout Spurs. Timeout Mavericks.
Spates checked in for Bogut. Looney comes in for Green. Robert Covington's checked in for Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson. Dallas calls timeout. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
Here's Williams. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Right through the D for the layup. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
And a blazing start to the second half. They've hit all 5 shots.
Right wing. Barbosa for 3. No luck. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Parsons on the wing. Inside. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. They shoot again, and that's 2 points on the way.
Voilà le rebond.
Pachulia's got 6
Les rebonds
points.
qui ont été pour
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean,
Curry
they're
for
just
3.
giving up too many
Yes.
looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
It's Williams with the drive. The second chance effort, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Maurice Spates.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws. And Zaza Pachulia, for my money, has been one of the toughest players in the league. He's got a boxer's mentality. Even his face looks a little bit like a boxer's. He doesn't have the quick twitch muscles of some guys, but his power and effort consistently stand out.
And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Anderson's checked in. Talking about Jaja's toughness, it's one of the reasons he has such a high rebounds per minute average over his career. And defending on the blocks, he's almost unmovable.
He really, you know what, Coach Kidd loves Jaja. Even started him over John Henson by the end of the season. I mean, he's always willing to trade body blows down low and certainly wins his fair share of those battles.
That's good. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And he finishes it off.
Yes, sir, for Livington.
He's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
Enjoy seeing that kind of bounce out of that spot on the floor. Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
To the paint, here's Looney. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
The Mavericks have gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Dallas. Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Pachulia. Barnes comes in for Parsons. And it's Felton in for Darren Williams. No one near Felton as he lets it go. And another basket for Dallas.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Now Barbosa. 9 points in the game so far. The shot by Looney, no good. They push it up 4 on 3. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
It's Anderson with the drive. Barnes kicks to Villanueva. Curry with the steal. And it's the Warriors on the break. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Barnes pour un dunk.
Right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning too.
But guys, the pass for me, even better. He absolutely put that on a platter for him.
The pass to Villanueva. Fires, high post. Rebound Bogut.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky.
Yes, sir. Green pour un dunk.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And the Mavericks call time here. Last time they met was in Dallas.
And that was one of the few times that you'll see a team just lack fight defensively in losing that game.
Yeah, and I know their fans may not want to hear it, but the reality and the truth is the defensive end of the floor was not what it needed to be in terms of effort.
Here is Anderson. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Curry with the defensive effort.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Curry against Felton. Nowitzki with the screen on Curry. Felton dishes to Nowitzki. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Nowitzki's got 6 in the quarter.
Putain.
Boy, that was a pretty feed from Raymond Felton.
Qui des connards. Ils savent pas jouer en
Bogut
plus.
kicks to Barnes.
Barnes.
Outside.
Thompson for 3.
Count
Yes,
this,
sir.
7th break in 8 attempts. He is a scorching 86%.
You have got to make some kind of a defensive adjustment here. He is just lighting them up from beyond.
Greg, I don't know what else they can do. I mean, even when they've closed out on him, he's still been knocking them down. They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense.
Oh yes, sir. Curry sur un petit tourné qui va planter 3 points.
They're finding holes in this defense.
No doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
Curry qui décide de patienter en fait.
And here is Curry. He's got 39. Over in the corner, Barnes. Outside, Green. Another three for Golden State.
Green for 3. Et voilà. 95-61 à la fin du troisième quart.
Just not letting up at all.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already
Les
have been
Warriors
decided.
qui ont très bon jeu là sur tout ce match. On a vu des Warriors qui dominent.
Coming up next on 2K Sports. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail biter here, but you never know. The Warriors shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field. On the floor for Dallas, we've got Charlie Villanueva. Felton is out there with John Jenkins. Then there's Chandler Parsons. Down low, here's Felton, and he banks in the layup. Felton has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Mavs.
That was a nice finish to an excellent possession.
And so it's Golden State with it. Curry passes to Bogut. And here's Barnes for 3. Good. And
3 for Barnes. 98-63 à 5 minutes 25 de la fin.
Straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Parsons attacking. Rebound Bogut. Bogut's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside Curry. The 3. The shot is off. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Parsons on the wing. They get the rebound. Measury. And so he draws the foul on the shot.
Bonne première faute de Draymond Green.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Warriors.
And guys, something every team strives for is getting points off of turnovers, and they've done that here in both halves.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Dallas. Williams comes in for Raymond Felton. Kicks to Thompson. Pass to Bogut. Back to Thompson. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Good. 42 points for Steph Curry.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Green against Parsons. That's good. Curry's got 44.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Williams against Curry. A 3-ball. Dallas again missing. Warriors have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. He feeds it to Parsons. Dallas, no good that time either. Golden State's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And that one's good, Barnes.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
Here's Curry. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Thompson misses.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Well, this is nothing new. There is some debate on how successful max contracts have been in the NBA. A lot of players have demanded max contract money, but haven't lived up to the pay. And in my opinion, there are only about 15 guys worthy of max contracts in the league in any given year.
Jenkins with it, working on Thompson. Here's Barnes.
Oh my God.
And that's the classic
Yes,
right there.
for
I mean,
Barnes.
steal, and then how about about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. To the wing right side. And it's Bogut atop the key. Green dishes to Thompson. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Thompson's got 20.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Robert Covington's checked in for Golden State. Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Dallas. Felton comes in for Darren Williams.
Substitution. Raymond Felton. Charlie Villanueva.
Here's Barnes. And too long on the shot. Warriors have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. And Curry, here we go. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
First personal foul, teams first.
And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
Felton kicks to Jenkins. Villanueva passes to Barnes. There's 1:38 left in the fourth. Dallas again missing. Well, Greg, for Thompson, last season an uptick in his free throw attempts and his assists, and Clark, a reflection of his activity with the ball in his hand.
He's a complete player, terrific offensive player, outstanding defensively as well. And what I like about him is he never lacks for confidence. He stays aggressive at both ends of the floor.
And that one's good.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And they're going to get the second game between these two clubs just like they took the first. This will put them up 2-0 with 2 games left to play in their season series against the Mavericks.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Stephen Curry. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring. And it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
The first free throw is good. And for Raymond Felton last year was nothing short of a disaster. Missed the first 31 games with an ankle injury sustained in preseason. And he played for a poor team. And things, you know, Greg, being the leader, the ball handler like you were, they just never got much better for Felton as the season went on.
The problem when you have that issue early on, the season isn't going to wait for you.
Right.
You know, you're basically in catch-up mode, and so because of that, he never got into any kind of a rhythm when he was available to play. And that's not surprising, given that he averaged less than 10 minutes a game for the season after averaging 33 a game for his entire career. Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Here's Curry with the 3. That's good. Curry's got 55.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
Shooting for Golden State, Raymond Felton, taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And so he hits both. "12 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Three-pointer, and another three for Golden State.
Just dialed in from the three-point line in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they're putting a world of hurt on him with the triple.
And he commits the intentional foul. The first one falls.
At the line for the Warriors, Raymond Felton, 2.
So he picks up just one from the line that time. Timeout called the Warriors. They're up by 48. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, I'm not sure why you call a timeout this late. I mean, the game is more or less over.
I think they might just be taking a few extra seconds to enjoy the win. Is that plausible?
Or maybe just rubbing it in. That's possible.
And so they foul intentionally.
Shooting for Golden State, John Jenkins, taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw.
Warriors call a timeout.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're ahead by 49. 1 second left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
Well, they're really just being conservative, making sure. Humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. He's in a groove, and that tray of his has just been
Voilà, victoire des Warriors 132 à 80. Victoire très...
Last-minute mistakes, I guess. I mean, I have no idea. No idea.
One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey, y'all. Ernie Johnson here, along with Kenny Smith and Stephen Curry. It was
Là, le joueur du match,
shooting at
Stephen
its
Curry,
best from him in this game.
évidemment, avec un total de points de 61 points, 7 passes décisives, 2 rebonds. 61 points sur les 130. C'est énorme, c'est du Curry.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.